with its disinvestment push, the Modi government is all set to undertake the sale of national carrier Air India and the petroleum major Bpcl. The sales of these two government entities are slated to be completed by March. The impending sale of these two companies is set to help the government in shoring up its revenues for the current financial year. Here's a report.
Keen on the government's bottom line, the Modi government is slated to undertake the sale of two of its state-owned entities, the national carrier Air India and the country's major oil refiner Bharat Petroleum Limited. If things work out as it has planned, the government would be completing the sales of March next year. The disinvestment move is said to have come after both the state companies have reported to reeling under mounting debt. The government has decided to sell them to help reduce its mounting losses. The sale of Air India comes at a time when the ailing national carrier is burdened with a total debt of around 58,000 crore rupees. Air India had posted an operating loss of around 4,600 crores in the last financial year, mainly due to rising aviation fuel prices and rupee downslide. Mentioning that there is a lot of interest among investors, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman referred to the international roadshows that were held ahead of the sale of Air India. This comes in the backdrop of the poor response that Air India received last year after the government decided to sell a 76% stake and management control over the company. The tepid response was attributed to investors' fear that the government may interfere owing to the remaining 24% stake. However, the government is said to have allayed investors' fears. In addition, the cabinet recently approved changes in the disinvestment process. At the roadshows, the government encouraged prospective bidders to air their concerns. Those inputs were then taken into consideration before the expression of interest was invited. That is said to have renewed interest amongst the investors. Furthermore, the chairman of Air India, Ashwani Lohani, is said to have mentioned that the disinvestment would help improve the airline's sustainability. Meanwhile, the government-controlled petroleum company Bpcl is said to have a market capitalization of more than 1.2 lakh crores. With the company's management giving an approval for the sale of nearly 53% stake, the government is hoping to pocket a total sum of around 65,000 crores as proceeds from the sale. It is being said that global oil majors like Aramco, Rosneft, Total and even Shell have evinced interest in picking up the government stake. The proceeds from the sales will help the government to shore up revenues in a year when tax collections are under pressure. Furthermore, the sales shall also help contribute to the government's plan to raise around 1 lakh crore in the current fiscal year. These strategic moves are coming at a time when the economy is facing an across-the-board slowdown. The impending sales are sure to net a fiscal benefit to the government. Whether that would help the economy to recover remains to be seen. A News 9 report.
Well, on the night of November 16, the DRDO successfully conducted the first night trial of Agni 2. Now, Agni 2 is a versatile surface-to-surface medium-range nuclear-capable missile. This is first night test fire conducted for Agni 2 and the experiment turned out successful. Here's a complete report.
It was a big day for the DRDO. India successfully conducted the first night trial of nuclear-capable intermediate-range ballistic missile Agni 2 from the Abdul Kalam Island off the Odisha coast. The Strategic Forces Command of the Indian Army test-fired the versatile surface-to-surface medium-range nuclear-capable missile. Developed by the Defence Research and Development Organization, the missile has already been inducted into the armed forces. The entire trajectory of the trial was tracked by a battery of sophisticated radars, telemetry, observation stations, electro-optic instruments and 2 naval ships located near the impact point in the downrange area of Bay of Bengal. The missile has a strike range of 2,000 kilometers and launch weight of about 17 tons. Agni 2 will be able to carry warheads of 1,000 kgs to a distance of 2,000 kilometers. The missile has high accuracy navigation system to hit the precise target. The firepower of the missile can be increased from 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh took to Twitter to congratulate the Defense Research and Development Organization, or the DRDO, over the successful night test fire. Congratulations to Team DRDO India for the first successful night trial of surface-to-surface medium-range missile Agni-2. The nation is proud of DRDO scientists who have helped India in strengthening its defense capabilities. Agni-2 is part of the Agni series of missiles, which include 700 kilometers range Agni-1, 3,000 kilometers range Agni-3, Agni-4 and Agni-5. A News 9 report.